Chapter 1. The People's Princess. The story of Princess Diana begins not with a crown, but with a remarkable connection between one woman and millions of people around the world. More than 2 decades after her passing, Diana remains one of the most recognizable and beloved figures in modern history. Her life was a blend of royal tradition, personal struggle, extraordinary compassion, and lasting influence. When Diana Spencer married Prince Charles on July 29, 1981, the world believed it was witnessing a real-life fairy tale. Millions lined the streets of London, while hundreds of millions more watched the ceremony on television. The young nursery assistant instantly became Diana, Princess of Wales, stepping into a role that would bring worldwide admiration, but also immense pressure. Unlike many members of the royal family, Diana possessed a natural warmth that made people feel seen and valued. She greeted strangers with genuine smiles, comforted children, embraced patients suffering from HIV/AIDS at a time when fear and misunderstanding were widespread, and walked through active landmine fields to raise global awareness of the dangers they posed. These moments transformed her from a royal figure into a humanitarian icon. Yet behind the dazzling public image was a woman facing enormous personal challenges. Constant media attention, the demands of royal life, and struggles within her marriage often overshadowed her search for happiness. Even so, Diana continued to devote herself to charitable causes, using her fame to shine a light on those who were often ignored. This documentary explores the life of Princess Diana from her childhood to her rise as a global icon, her humanitarian achievements, the triumphs and hardships she experienced, and the legacy she left behind. Through historical events, personal stories, and the voices of those who knew her, we will discover why she earned the title the People's Princess. Her story is more than the history of a royal.
Chapter 2. A noble beginning. Long before the world knew her as Princess Diana, she was simply Diana Frances Spencer, a shy young girl born on July 1, 1961, at Park House on the Sandringham estate in Norfolk, England. She was the youngest daughter of John Spencer, Viscount Althorp, and Frances Spencer. Although the Spencer family belonged to the British aristocracy and had close ties to the royal family for generations, Diana's childhood was far from a perfect fairy tale. The Spencer family lived a privileged life, surrounded by historic estates and centuries-old traditions. However, behind the elegant walls of their homes, family tensions were growing. Diana's parents' marriage became increasingly troubled, and when she was still a child, they separated and later divorced. The emotional impact of the breakup left a lasting impression on Diana, shaping her compassionate nature and deep understanding of people experiencing hardship. Despite these challenges, Diana developed a kind and caring personality. Friends and teachers remembered her as gentle, thoughtful, and always willing to help others. She loved animals, enjoyed music and dance, and had a natural ability to make people feel comfortable. Although she was not known for academic excellence, she excelled in sports, especially swimming, and had a passion for ballet, dreaming of becoming a professional dancer before growing too tall to pursue it. As Diana grew older, she spent much of her time at Althorp, the Spencer family's ancestral estate. Surrounded by history and tradition, she learned the responsibilities that came with belonging to one of Britain's oldest noble families. Yet she remained remarkably down-to-earth, preferring simple moments with friends over the formal lifestyle expected of the aristocracy. No one could have imagined that this quiet young woman would one day become one of the most photographed and admired people in the world. Her noble heritage opened certain doors, but it was her warmth.
Chapter 3. Growing up in England as Diana Frances Spencer entered her teenage years, she continued to grow into a kind, gentle, and thoughtful young woman. While she belonged to one of Britain's oldest aristocratic families, she never appeared interested in status or privilege. Instead, those who knew her remembered her for her warmth, modesty, and ability to make others feel comfortable. Diana attended several boarding schools during her childhood, including Riddlesworth Hall and later West Heath Girls' School in Kent. Although academics were not her greatest strength, she excelled in activities that allowed her creativity and compassion to shine. She loved music, dancing, swimming, and caring for younger children. Ballet remained one of her greatest passions, but because she eventually grew too tall for a professional ballet career, she turned her attention to other interests while keeping her love for dance throughout her life. After finishing school, Diana chose a path that reflected her caring personality rather than her noble background. She moved to London with friends, where she experienced a more independent life. She worked several ordinary jobs, including as a nanny, a preschool assistant, and a nursery teacher. These experiences brought her closer to everyday families and strengthened her natural ability to connect with children. Living in London also gave Diana a taste of freedom before royal life. She enjoyed spending time with friends, listening to music, cooking, and exploring the city. Unlike many people from aristocratic families, she appreciated simple pleasures and valued genuine friendships over social status. At the same time, the British royal family was searching for stability and a suitable future princess. Because the Spencer family had long-standing connections with the monarchy, Diana occasionally crossed paths with members of the royal family at social gatherings and country estates. Chapter 4. Meeting Prince Charles. By the late 1970s, the British royal family was under increasing public attention, and the future of the monarchy largely rested on the shoulders of Charles, Prince of Wales. As the heir to the British throne, Prince Charles was expected to find a suitable bride, someone who could embrace royal duties while capturing the admiration of the British people. At the time, few imagined that the quiet and modest Diana Spencer would become that person. Diana first met Prince Charles in 1977 when he visited Althorpe House, the Spencer family's ancestral estate. At the time, Charles was briefly dating Diana's older sister, Lady Sarah Spencer. Diana was only 16 years old, and their meeting was little more than a casual introduction. Neither of them could have predicted that their paths would cross again in a way that would change history. Several years later, Charles and Diana met again at social events connected to Britain's aristocratic circles. By then, Diana had matured into a graceful and compassionate young woman, working as a nursery assistant in London. Her warmth, sincerity, and natural charm stood out in a world often defined by formality and protocol. As their relationship developed, public curiosity grew. The British press closely followed every appearance, photograph, and rumor. Diana's shy smile and elegant style quickly made her a favorite of newspapers and magazines. People across Britain and around the world became fascinated by the young woman who seemed destined to become the next Princess of Wales. Despite the growing media attention, Diana had little experience dealing with such intense public scrutiny. Every outing became front-page news, and photographers followed her almost everywhere she went. The pressure of constant attention would soon become one of the defining challenges of her life. On February 24, 1981, Buckingham Palace officially announced the engagement of Prince Charles and Lady Diana Spencer. Chapter 5. The Royal Wedding, 1981. On the morning of July 29, 1981, London awoke to an atmosphere unlike any it had experienced in decades. Streets were decorated with Union flags, crowds gathered long before sunrise, and millions of people traveled from across the United Kingdom and around the world to witness what many called the wedding of the century. Hundreds of millions more watched the ceremony on television, making it one of the most viewed events in history. As Lady Diana Spencer stepped into the royal carriage, she wore an elegant ivory silk taffeta wedding gown designed by David and Elizabeth Emanuel. Its dramatic 25-foot train flowed behind her, creating one of the most iconic bridal images ever seen. The shy 20-year-old smiled nervously as she made her way to St. Paul's Cathedral, where Prince Charles waited before a global audience. Inside the cathedral, surrounded by royalty, world leaders, diplomats, and distinguished guests, Diana and Charles exchanged their wedding vows. Church bells echoed across London as the ceremony concluded, marking the beginning of Diana's new life as Her Royal Highness the Princess of Wales. Following the ceremony, the newlyweds traveled through cheering crowds to Buckingham Palace. Thousands filled the mall, hoping to catch a glimpse of the royal couple. Their appearance on the palace balcony and their famous public kiss became one of the defining images of the modern British monarchy. For many, the wedding symbolized hope, romance, and the promise of a bright future. Newspapers across the world celebrated the event, while souvenirs, commemorative coins, and photographs became treasured keepsakes. Diana's grace, beauty, and warmth instantly made her one of the most admired women on earth. Yet behind the magnificent ceremony and worldwide celebrations lay the reality of royal life. Diana was entering an institution governed by centuries of tradition, strict protocol, and relentless public scrutiny. Chapter 6. Life inside Buckingham Palace. The fairy tale wedding was over, and a new reality had begun. As the newly crowned Princess of Wales, Diana entered a world governed by centuries of royal tradition, strict protocol, and constant public attention. At just 20 years old, she was expected to adapt quickly to one of the most demanding roles in the world. Behind the grand gates of Buckingham Palace, life was far more structured than Diana had imagined. Every day was carefully planned, from official meetings and public appearances to state banquets and overseas tours. Royal etiquette influenced nearly every aspect of daily life, leaving little room for the freedom she had once enjoyed as a young woman in London. Although Diana was surrounded by palace staff, advisors, and security officers, she often felt isolated. The transition from private citizen to global royal icon happened almost overnight. She had little experience with the intense pressure of international media, yet photographers and journalists followed her every move. Even the smallest details of her appearance, behavior, and relationships became headline news. Despite these challenges, Diana quickly won the hearts of the public. Her natural warmth, genuine smile, and ability to connect with people made her stand out during royal engagements. Whether visiting hospitals, schools, or local communities, she showed a level of compassion that felt refreshingly personal. Rather than simply shaking hands from a distance, she spoke with people, listened to their stories, and offered comfort with sincerity. As she embraced her royal duties, Diana also began to modernize the image of the monarchy. She appeared more approachable than many had expected, breaking down barriers between the royal family and ordinary citizens. Her popularity grew rapidly both in Britain and around the world. However, the growing admiration from the public also brought greater expectations. Chapter 7. Becoming a global icon. Within just a few years of joining the British royal family, Princess Diana had become far more than a royal figure. She was a global phenomenon. Her face appeared on the covers of newspapers and magazines across every continent, and millions of people eagerly followed her public appearances, speeches, and charitable work. Wherever she traveled, enormous crowds gathered to catch a glimpse of the Princess of Wales. Diana's popularity came from more than her beauty or royal title. She possessed a rare ability to make people feel valued. During official visits, she often stepped away from formal protocol to shake hands, hug children, and spend extra time speaking with ordinary people. These simple gestures made her seem approachable and genuine, qualities that set her apart from many public figures of her era. Her fashion also became a worldwide sensation. From elegant evening gowns to tailored suits and casual outfits, Diana's style influenced designers and inspired millions. Every dress she wore quickly became front-page news, earning her recognition as one of the most fashionable women in the world. Yet she often used fashion not for personal attention, but to represent Britain with confidence and dignity during international tours. As her reputation grew, Diana traveled extensively, representing the United Kingdom in countries across Europe, Asia, Africa, North America, and Australia. She met presidents, prime ministers, and world leaders, but she showed the same warmth and respect to nurses, volunteers, patients, and schoolchildren. Her ability to connect with people from every background strengthened her image as the people's princess. The media's fascination with Diana reached unprecedented levels. Photographers documented nearly every public appearance, while television networks broadcast her visits live to audiences around the globe. Her popularity helped modernize the public image of the British monarchy. Chapter 8. Motherhood. Raising William and Harry. While the world admired Princess Diana as a royal icon, she treasured another role above all others, that of a mother. On June 21, 1982, she gave birth to her first son, Prince William, bringing great joy to the royal family and the nation. 2 years later, on September 15, 1984, her second son, Prince Harry, was born. Diana often said that becoming a mother was the happiest and most meaningful experience of her life. From the beginning, Diana wanted her children to enjoy a childhood that was as normal as possible, despite the extraordinary circumstances of royal life. She believed that William and Harry should experience the world beyond palace walls and understand the lives of ordinary people. Unlike previous royal traditions, Diana personally took an active role in raising her sons. She accompanied them to school, attended their activities whenever possible, and spent quality time with them away from official duties. She took them to amusement parks, fast food restaurants, cinemas, and public places, experiences that many royal children had rarely enjoyed before. Diana also believed it was important for her sons to witness both privilege and hardship. She brought William and Harry to homeless shelters, hospitals, and charitable organizations, teaching them compassion, empathy, and respect for people from every background. These experiences would later influence both princes in their own humanitarian work. Photographs of Diana laughing with her children, embracing them, or playing together revealed a side of the royal family that the public had rarely seen. Her warmth and affection helped reshape public expectations of royal parenting, making the monarchy appear more human and relatable. Despite the growing pressures in her marriage and the relentless attention of the media, Diana remained deeply devoted to her sons. She worked hard to protect them from the harsh realities of public life, although she knew complete. Chapter 9. The press and the paparazzi. As Princess Diana's popularity soared, so did the world's fascination with every aspect of her life. By the mid-1980s, she had become one of the most photographed women on Earth. Newspapers, magazines, and television networks competed fiercely for exclusive stories and images, while paparazzi photographers followed her almost everywhere she went. What began as public curiosity soon became an unrelenting invasion of privacy. Cameras waited outside her home, followed her car through city streets, and surrounded her during vacations, shopping trips, and even private moments with her family. Every smile, every expression, and every relationship became headline news. Diana understood the power of the media. At times, she used it to draw attention to important humanitarian causes, knowing that her presence could bring global awareness to issues such as homelessness, HIV, AIDS, and the campaign against landmines. But she also experienced the darker side of fame, where rumors, speculation, and constant scrutiny often overshadowed the truth. The intense media pressure affected nearly every part of her life. Stories about her marriage, friendships, fashion, and personal struggles appeared almost daily. Many reports were based on anonymous sources or speculation, making it increasingly difficult for Diana to maintain any sense of privacy. The overwhelming attention left her feeling isolated despite being admired by millions. The paparazzi's relentless pursuit extended beyond Diana herself. Prince William and Prince Harry were frequently photographed, even during their childhood. Diana became increasingly determined to protect her sons from the pressures she faced, urging photographers and the media to respect their privacy whenever possible. At the same time, public opinion remained deeply divided. Many people believed the media had crossed ethical boundaries, while others continued to consume every new story about the Princess of Wales. Chapter 10. Challenges behind the smile to the world. Princess Diana appeared graceful, confident, and endlessly compassionate. Her warm smile lit up royal events, charity visits, and international tours. Millions saw a princess living a dream, admired for her beauty and kindness. Yet behind the cameras and public applause, Diana was facing some of the most difficult struggles of her life. The pressures of royal life were immense. Every public appearance was carefully examined, every decision was criticized, and every personal moment risked becoming front-page news. Diana often felt isolated within the royal institution, where tradition and duty sometimes left little room for personal expression. As the expectations placed upon her grew, Diana experienced periods of emotional distress. She later spoke publicly about her mental health challenges and her battle with bulimia, explaining that these struggles were connected to the pressures she felt in her marriage and the intense scrutiny of public life. Her openness helped bring worldwide attention to mental health and eating disorders at a time when such topics were rarely discussed openly. Despite her personal hardships, Diana continued to fulfill her royal responsibilities with dedication. She visited hospitals, schools, homeless shelters, and charities, often putting the needs of others before her own. Those who met her during these visits frequently described her as sincere, compassionate, and deeply empathetic. Diana found strength in motherhood. Her love for Prince William and Prince Harry became a source of hope during difficult times. She worked hard to ensure that her sons experienced affection, compassion, and a sense of normal family life despite the pressures surrounding the royal family. Although she faced many private battles, Diana refused to let her struggles define her. Instead, they strengthened her determination to support people experiencing pain, loneliness, or discrimination. Chapter 11. Royal Duties Around the World. As Princess of Wales, Diana became one of the British royal family's most recognizable ambassadors. Her official duties took her across the globe, where she represented the United Kingdom at state events, charity functions, and diplomatic visits. Wherever she traveled, enormous crowds gathered to welcome her, eager to see the princess whose warmth and compassion had captured the world's imagination. Diana's international tours covered Europe, North America, Asia, Africa, and Australia. She met presidents, prime ministers, kings, queens, and community leaders, but she treated everyone with the same respect and kindness. Whether speaking with heads of state or comforting a child in a hospital, Diana's genuine empathy left a lasting impression. One of her most memorable early tours took place in Australia and New Zealand in 1983. Accompanied by Prince Charles and the young Prince William, Diana received an overwhelmingly positive reception. Crowds lined the streets in record numbers, and many observers noted that her natural charm and approachable personality made the visit an extraordinary success. Throughout her royal duties, Diana focused much of her attention on people who were often overlooked. She visited hospitals, rehabilitation centers, schools, homeless shelters, and organizations supporting people with disabilities. Rather than limiting herself to formal ceremonies, she preferred spending time listening to personal stories and offering encouragement to those facing hardship. Her ability to connect emotionally with people set her apart from many traditional royal figures. She frequently broke with convention by kneeling to speak with children at eye level, holding the hands of patients, and embracing people in need of comfort. These simple yet powerful gestures demonstrated that compassion could be just as important as ceremony. Diana also became an important symbol of modern diplomacy. Chapter 12. Breaking royal traditions. As Princess Diana grew into her role, it became clear that she was not a conventional royal. While she respected the traditions of the British monarchy, she also believed that the royal family should be more approachable and connected to ordinary people. Her fresh perspective gradually transformed the public image of the monarchy and inspired a more modern style of royal service. One of Diana's most remarkable qualities was her willingness to break with long-standing customs when she believed compassion mattered more than protocol. Instead of maintaining a formal distance during public engagements, she often shook hands, embraced children, comforted grieving families, and spent extra time speaking with people. These heartfelt gestures created genuine connections and made people feel seen and valued. Diana also redefined royal motherhood. Rather than leaving much of her children's upbringing to palace staff, she chose to play an active role in the lives of Prince William and Prince Harry. She personally accompanied them to school, took them on family outings, and introduced them to people from all walks of life, believing they should understand both privilege and hardship. Her approach to public service also challenged expectations. Diana visited hospitals, shelters, rehabilitation centers, and communities facing difficult circumstances. She showed that royal influence could be used not only for ceremonial duties, but also to raise awareness of important humanitarian issues. Another way Diana broke tradition was through her communication with the public. She expressed genuine emotion during official events and did not hesitate to show empathy or vulnerability. Her authenticity resonated with millions, making her one of the most admired public figures of her generation. At times, her modern approach created tensions within the traditional royal institution. Chapter 13. Champion for children. Among all the causes Princess Diana supported, none was closer to her heart than helping children. She believed that every child deserved love, safety, education, and the opportunity to build a better future. Throughout her years as Princess of Wales, she devoted countless hours to visiting hospitals, schools, orphanages, and children's charities, offering not only financial support but also genuine compassion. Unlike many public figures who simply attended official ceremonies, Diana preferred spending time with children face-to-face. She would kneel to their eye level, listen to their stories, hold their hands, and comfort those facing illness or hardship. These simple acts of kindness created lasting memories for countless families and showed the world the importance of empathy. Diana became a patron of several organizations dedicated to children's health and welfare. She regularly visited pediatric hospitals, where she spoke with young patients, encouraged exhausted parents, and thanked doctors and nurses for their dedication. Her presence often brought hope and joy to children undergoing difficult medical treatments. She also supported children living with disabilities and those affected by poverty or homelessness. Diana believed that every child should be treated with dignity, regardless of their circumstances. Her visits drew international attention to organizations that often struggled for public recognition and funding, allowing them to reach more families in need. As a mother, Diana's personal experiences strengthened her commitment to children. Raising Prince William and Prince Harry gave her a deeper understanding of the hopes and concerns shared by parents everywhere. She wanted her own sons to grow up with compassion and respect for people from all walks of life, often taking them to hospitals and homeless shelters to help them understand the challenges others faced. Chapter 14. Changing the world's view of HIV/AIDS in the 1980s and early 1990s. HIV/AIDS was one of the most misunderstood and feared health crises in the world. Many people living with the condition faced not only serious health challenges but also discrimination, isolation, and fear from society. At a time when misinformation was widespread, Princess Diana used her influence to bring attention, compassion, and humanity to those affected. One of Diana's most powerful moments came in 1987 when she opened the United Kingdom's first specialist HIV/AIDS ward at Middlesex Hospital in London. During the visit, she made international headlines by publicly shaking hands with a man living with HIV. At a time when many people wrongly believed that casual contact could spread the virus, Diana's simple gesture sent a powerful message. People with HIV/AIDS deserved understanding, respect, and kindness. The image of Diana holding the patient's hand was seen around the world. It challenged fear and helped change public attitudes toward the disease. Through one compassionate action, she showed millions that HIV/AIDS was not something to fear through ordinary human contact, but an illness requiring medical care, support, and empathy. Diana continued supporting HIV/AIDS organizations and visiting patients in hospitals across the world. She listened to their stories, comforted families, and highlighted the importance of education and awareness. She believed that people affected by the disease should never be treated as outcasts. Her work was especially significant because many public figures were hesitant to speak openly about HIV/AIDS during that period. Diana's willingness to stand beside affected communities helped bring the issue into public conversations and encouraged greater compassion toward those suffering. Beyond raising awareness, Diana's involvement also reflected her broader philosophy of humanitarian work. Chapter 15. The Landmine Campaign, a humanitarian mission that changed history in the final years of her life. Princess Diana became one of the most recognized voices in the international campaign against landmines. These hidden weapons, left behind after conflicts ended, continued to kill and injure civilians, especially children, long after wars were over. Diana believed that innocent people should not continue suffering from the consequences of past battles. Her involvement in the landmine issue began in the mid-1990s when she became a supporter of organizations working to remove these dangerous weapons and help survivors. She used her worldwide fame to bring attention to a crisis that many people knew little about. Her message was simple: the safety and lives of ordinary people mattered. In January 1997, Diana made a highly publicized visit to Angola, a country that had suffered years of conflict and was heavily affected by landmines. Wearing protective equipment, she walked through a cleared section of a minefield in the city of Wombo. The powerful images of the princess standing in a war-damaged landscape were broadcast around the world, bringing unprecedented attention to the issue. During her visit, Diana met survivors who had lost limbs and suffered life-changing injuries because of landmines. She listened to their experiences and highlighted the need for international action. Her presence gave a human face to a problem that was often discussed only in political and military terms. Not everyone welcomed Diana's involvement. Some critics argued that a member of the royal family should not become involved in international political debates. However, Diana maintained that her role was humanitarian rather than political. She believed that protecting innocent lives was a responsibility shared by the entire world. Her advocacy helped increase public awareness and contributed to global discussions about banning anti-personnel landmines. Chapter 16. Marriage under pressure behind the public image of a perfect royal romance. Princess Diana and Prince Charles faced growing difficulties within their marriage. The world had celebrated their wedding as a modern fairy tale, but life inside the royal family proved far more complicated than the public had imagined. From the beginning, Diana and Charles had very different personalities, interests, and expectations. Diana was young, emotional, and deeply interested in connecting with people, while Charles had spent his entire life preparing for the responsibilities of becoming king. Their different approaches to life created challenges that became increasingly difficult to overcome. The pressures of royal duty placed enormous strain on their relationship. Both Diana and Charles were constantly surrounded by advisors, tradition, and public expectations. Their private struggles often became the subject of intense media attention, making it difficult for them to resolve personal issues away from the public eye. Diana later described feeling lonely and overwhelmed during parts of the marriage. She struggled to find her place within the royal institution and felt that her emotional needs were not always understood. At the same time, Charles faced his own pressures as the future monarch and the expectations placed upon him. As their difficulties became more visible, reports about problems within the marriage began appearing in newspapers around the world. The intense interest from the media added another layer of pressure, as every public appearance and personal decision was analyzed by millions. Despite their challenges, Diana and Charles continued to fulfill their official responsibilities and work together on many public engagements. They remained committed to their roles as parents, with both recognizing the importance of providing stability and care for their sons, Prince William and Prince Harry. Chapter 16. Marriage under pressure behind the public image of a perfect royal romance. Princess Diana and Prince Charles faced growing difficulties within their marriage. The world had celebrated their wedding as a modern fairy tale, but life inside the royal family proved far more complicated than the public had imagined. From the beginning, Diana and Charles had very different personalities, interests, and expectations. Diana was young, emotional, and deeply interested in connecting with people, while Charles had spent his entire life preparing for the responsibilities of becoming king. Their different approaches to life created challenges that became increasingly difficult to overcome. The pressures of royal duty placed enormous strain on their relationship. Both Diana and Charles were constantly surrounded by advisors, tradition, and public expectations. Their private struggles often became the subject of intense media attention, making it difficult for them to resolve personal issues away from the public eye. Diana later described feeling lonely and overwhelmed during parts of the marriage. She struggled to find her place within the royal institution and felt that her emotional needs were not always understood. At the same time, Charles faced his own pressures as the future monarch and the expectations placed upon him. As their difficulties became more visible, reports about problems within the marriage began appearing in newspapers around the world. The intense interest from the media added another layer of pressure, as every public appearance and personal decision was analyzed by millions. Despite their challenges, Diana and Charles continued to fulfill their official responsibilities and work together on many public engagements. They remained committed to their roles as parents, with both recognizing the importance of providing stability and care for their sons, Prince William and Prince Harry. Chapter 17. Public Revelations, the interview that shocked the world after years of private struggles and increasing media attention. Princess Diana reached a point where she decided to speak openly about her experiences. Her willingness to discuss personal challenges broke with the traditional silence often associated with members of the British royal family and changed the way the public viewed the monarchy. Throughout the early 1990s, stories about difficulties within Diana's marriage dominated newspapers and television reports. The separation from Prince Charles in 1992 intensified public interest, and questions about their relationship became one of the biggest topics in Britain and around the world. In 1995, Diana gave a landmark interview to the BBC program Panorama, conducted by journalist Martin Bashir. The interview attracted millions of viewers and became one of the most discussed television events of the decade. Diana spoke about her marriage, her struggles within royal life, and the emotional challenges she had experienced. During the interview, Diana famously described the difficulties in her marriage and discussed the presence of another relationship involving Prince Charles. She also spoke about her own feelings of isolation and the pressures of living under constant public attention. Her honesty shocked many people because it was rare for a senior member of the royal family to speak so openly about private matters. The interview created worldwide debate. Some people praised Diana for her courage and honesty, believing she had given a voice to those who suffered silently. Others felt that such personal revelations were inappropriate for a member of the royal family and believed they increased tensions within the institution. The broadcast had a significant impact on public opinion. Many people felt closer to Diana because she revealed her vulnerability. Chapter 18. The royal separation, a turning point in Diana's life. The early 1990s marked one of the most difficult periods in Princess Diana's journey. After years of growing distance and public speculation, the relationship between Diana and Prince Charles reached a point where continuing their marriage became increasingly challenging. The world watched closely as the once celebrated royal couple faced a very public personal struggle. In December 1992, the British government announced that the Prince and Princess of Wales had decided to separate. The announcement came as a shock to many people who had viewed their 1981 wedding as a symbol of romance and hope. However, those close to the couple understood that their relationship had been facing serious difficulties for years. Although separated, Diana and Charles continued to carry out royal responsibilities and remained committed to raising their two sons, Prince William and Prince Harry. They worked to provide stability for their children despite the attention surrounding their personal lives. The separation changed Diana's position within the royal family. She was no longer living the traditional role of a royal wife, and she began to develop a stronger sense of independence. Instead of focusing only on royal duties, she dedicated more energy to causes that personally mattered to her, including healthcare, children's welfare, and humanitarian campaigns. Life after separation was not easy. Diana continued to face intense media coverage, with photographers following her movements and newspapers publishing constant stories about her personal life. However, she gradually learned to manage her public image and use attention to support charitable work. During this period, Diana also became more confident in expressing her own opinions. She was increasingly recognized not simply as the wife of the future king, but as an individual with her own goals, passions, and influence. Chapter 19. Divorce and a New Beginning. On August 28, 1996, the marriage between Princess Diana and Prince Charles officially came to an end. After years of difficulties, public speculation, and emotional challenges, their divorce marked the closing of one of the most famous royal relationships in modern history. For Diana, however, it was not the end of her story. It was the beginning of a new and more independent chapter. Following the divorce, Diana lost the title Her Royal Highness, but she remained known worldwide as Diana, Princess of Wales. She continued to be a beloved public figure, and her popularity among the people remained extremely strong. Many admired her for her courage, honesty, and dedication to humanitarian causes. The end of her marriage gave Diana more freedom to choose how she spent her time and where she directed her efforts. No longer limited by many of the expectations connected to being a senior royal, she focused more deeply on charities and global issues that were important to her. Diana continued supporting causes involving children, hospitals, homelessness, and people affected by illness and poverty. She used her international fame as a powerful tool to bring attention to organizations that needed support. Her work showed that influence could come not only from a royal title but from genuine dedication and compassion. Despite her newfound independence, Diana still faced challenges. The media remained fascinated by her personal life, and photographers continued to follow her every move. Finding a balance between public responsibilities and private happiness became an ongoing struggle. During this period, Diana also focused on creating a more normal life for her sons, Prince William and Prince Harry. She wanted them to grow into compassionate and responsible individuals who understood the world beyond royal privilege. Her commitment to their upbringing remained one of her greatest priorities. Chapter 20. Life beyond the palace. After her divorce from Prince Charles, Princess Diana entered a new phase of life. For the first time in many years, she had the opportunity to define herself beyond royal traditions and expectations. Although she was no longer a senior member of the royal family, her influence around the world continued to grow. Diana began focusing more intensely on humanitarian work. Without the restrictions of official royal duties, she was able to choose causes that reflected her personal values. She continued supporting children's charities, hospitals, homelessness programs, and campaigns that helped vulnerable communities. Her global reputation gave her a unique ability to attract attention to important issues. When Diana visited a charity, the world's media followed, allowing organizations and causes to reach millions of people who might otherwise never have known about them. She understood that her fame could be used as a tool for positive change. During this period, Diana developed a stronger personal identity. She became more confident, independent, and comfortable expressing her own opinions. She was no longer viewed only through her relationship with the royal family, but as a woman with her own achievements and purpose. Diana also focused on her role as a mother. She wanted Prince William and Prince Harry to experience a balanced upbringing and understand the realities of life outside the royal environment. She encouraged them to show kindness, respect, and compassion toward people from all backgrounds. Her life after the palace also included new friendships, travel, and personal growth. She surrounded herself with people who supported her and continued searching for happiness while managing the challenges of worldwide fame. However, independence did not mean escaping public attention. The media remained deeply interested in her private life, and photographers continued to follow her. Chapter 21. Love and friendship relationships. In the final years of her life, Princess Diana experienced a period of personal change and emotional growth. After her divorce, she focused on building a new identity, strengthening important friendships, and continuing her humanitarian mission. She searched for happiness while balancing the challenges of being one of the most famous women in the world. Diana surrounded herself with a close circle of trusted friends who supported her through difficult moments. These friendships provided comfort and stability as she adjusted to life outside the traditional structure of the royal family. Many of those close to her described her as caring, loyal, and deeply interested in the lives of others. Her friendships often reflected her desire for genuine human connections. Despite living a life filled with wealth and fame, Diana valued honesty and emotional support more than status. She enjoyed spending time with people who treated her as Diana the person, not only Diana the princess. During this period, Diana also continued to dedicate herself to charitable work. Her relationships often connected her with individuals involved in humanitarian causes, healthcare, and social issues. She remained determined to use her public influence to help people facing difficult circumstances. The media continued to closely follow Diana's personal life, creating intense public interest in her friendships and relationships. Every appearance was analyzed, and private moments often became international news. This constant attention made it challenging for Diana to maintain personal privacy. In the last years of her life, Diana was also linked with several friendships and relationships that attracted public attention. However, beyond the headlines, she remained focused on her children, her charitable commitments, and her desire to make a positive difference. Her relationship with her sons, Prince William and Prince Harry. Chapter 22. The final summer of 1997, the summer of 1997 was a period of change, hope, and new possibilities for Princess Diana. At the age of 36, she had transformed from a young royal bride into an independent global humanitarian figure. She was admired around the world for her compassion, courage, and dedication to helping others. During these final months, Diana remained deeply committed to her charitable work. She continued supporting causes involving children, hospitals, and people affected by war and poverty. Her international influence had grown stronger, and she was using her fame to bring attention to important humanitarian issues. One of the most significant moments of that summer was her continued work on the campaign against landmines. After her highly publicized visit to Angola earlier in the year, Diana continued raising awareness about the dangers these weapons pose to civilians, especially children. She believed that innocent people should not suffer because of conflicts they had no role in creating. Diana also supported fundraising efforts for charities and attended events that helped vulnerable communities. Her schedule remained busy, filled with public appearances, meetings, and humanitarian commitments. Even after leaving official royal duties, she continued to dedicate much of her time to service. At the same time, Diana was trying to find a balance between her public responsibilities and her personal life. She spent time with friends, traveled, and enjoyed moments away from the intense attention of the media. She hoped to create a future where she could continue her charitable work while also finding personal happiness. Her relationship with her sons remained central to her life. Diana spent meaningful time with Prince William and Prince Harry during the summer, creating memories that would remain important throughout their lives. She wanted them to grow up with confidence, kindness, and a strong understanding of the world around them. Chapter 23. The Paris Crash, the events of August 31st, 1997. The final hours of Princess Diana's life began like many other moments of her public journey, surrounded by attention, travel, and the constant presence of the media. In late August 1997, Diana was in Paris, France, spending time with her companion Dodi Fayed after a private holiday in the Mediterranean. On the night of August 30th, 1997, Diana and Dodi arrived in Paris and stayed at the Ritz Paris Hotel, owned by Dodi's father, businessman Mohammed Al Fayed. Throughout the evening, photographers gathered outside the hotel, hoping to capture images of the famous princess. Shortly after midnight, Diana and Dodi left the hotel in a Mercedes-Benz driven by Henri Paul, the acting head of security at the Ritz. Their destination was Dodi's apartment in Paris. Several photographers followed the vehicle on motorcycles, attempting to take photographs. At approximately 12:23 a.m. on August 31st, 1997, the car entered the Pont de l'Alma tunnel in central Paris. Inside the tunnel, the vehicle crashed, resulting in a devastating accident. Dodi Fayed and Henri Paul died at the scene, while Diana suffered severe injuries. Emergency responders arrived quickly and provided medical assistance. Diana was transported to Piti-Salpêtrière Hospital, where doctors worked for hours to save her life. Despite their efforts, she died in the early morning of August 31st, 1997, at the age of 36. The news of Diana's death spread rapidly around the world. Millions of people were shocked and heartbroken. For many, it was difficult to accept that a woman known for kindness, compassion, and humanitarian work had suddenly been lost. The circumstances surrounding the crash led to years of investigation, discussion, and public debate. Questions were raised about the role of the pursuing photographers, vehicle speed, and other factors involved in the accident. Official investigations in France and the United Kingdom later examined the events in detail. Chapter 24. Global Mourning, the world's reaction to Diana's death. The news of Princess Diana's death on August 31st, 1997, created an unprecedented wave of grief across the world. Within hours, millions of people learned that the woman known as the People's Princess was gone. The shock was felt not only in Britain but across continents, as people from different cultures and backgrounds mourned a figure who had touched their lives. In the United Kingdom, the public response was overwhelming. Thousands of people gathered outside Kensington Palace, Buckingham Palace, and other locations to leave flowers, handwritten messages, candles, and personal tributes. The streets became filled with expressions of sadness and remembrance as people struggled to understand the sudden loss. Around the world, similar scenes unfolded. From Europe and North America to Asia, Africa, and Australia, people paid tribute to Diana's life and humanitarian work. Many who had never met her felt a personal connection because of the compassion she had shown during her public appearances and charity visits. The scale of public mourning surprised many observers. Diana's ability to connect with ordinary people had created a unique bond between a global audience and a member of the British royal family. Her kindness toward patients, children, and disadvantaged communities had left a lasting impression on millions. The tragedy also created difficult moments for the British monarchy. The royal family faced criticism from some members of the public who felt that the response to Diana's death was not immediate enough. As public emotion grew, the monarchy adapted its approach and joined the nation in mourning. News organizations around the world dedicated extensive coverage to Diana's life, achievements, and legacy. Television broadcasts showed tributes, interviews, and memories from people whose lives had been influenced by her humanitarian efforts. Her story became a global reflection on compassion. Chapter 25. The funeral. A farewell watched by billions on September 6, 1997. The world gathered to say goodbye to Princess Diana. Her funeral became one of the most watched events in television history, with millions of people around the globe witnessing the final farewell to the woman who had become known as the People's Princess. The day began with Diana's funeral procession traveling from Kensington Palace to Westminster Abbey. Huge crowds filled the streets of London, standing silently as her coffin passed by. Many carried flowers, photographs, and handwritten messages, expressing their love and sadness for a woman who had touched so many lives. Inside Westminster Abbey, world leaders, members of royalty, celebrities, and close friends gathered for the emotional ceremony. Diana's family, including her two sons, Prince William and Prince Harry, walked behind the coffin during the procession. Their presence became one of the most heartbreaking images of the day, as the young princes faced the loss of their mother in front of millions. One of the most memorable moments of the funeral was the emotional tribute delivered by Diana's brother, Charles Spencer. He spoke about his sister's compassion, determination, and the unique connection she had with people around the world. The ceremony also included a performance by musician Elton John, who performed a special version of Candle in the Wind as a tribute to Diana. The song became a worldwide symbol of remembrance and grief, reaching audiences far beyond Britain. After the service at Westminster Abbey, Diana's funeral procession continued to her family's ancestral home at Althorpe Estate in Northamptonshire, where she was laid to rest in a private ceremony. Her final resting place reflected her connection to her family history and childhood home. The funeral represented more than the farewell to a princess. It became a global moment of reflection on Diana's life, her humanitarian achievements, and the emotional. Chapter 26. The legacy of compassion. After Princess Diana's death, the world continued to remember her not only as a royal figure, but as a humanitarian who dedicated her life to helping others. Her greatest legacy was not the title she held or the attention she received. It was the compassion she showed toward people who were often forgotten. Diana's approach to charity work changed the way many people viewed public service. She believed that showing kindness and understanding was just as important as raising money or creating awareness. Her willingness to personally meet people facing hardship made her humanitarian work feel genuine and deeply personal. One of the most important parts of Diana's legacy was her work with people affected by HIV/AIDS. At a time when fear and misinformation surrounded the disease, she used her public position to encourage understanding and reduce stigma. Her simple acts of compassion helped change the way many people viewed those living with HIV. Her campaign against landmines also became a defining part of her humanitarian impact. By visiting affected communities and meeting survivors, Diana brought international attention to the suffering caused by these hidden weapons. Her efforts encouraged greater awareness and action around the world. Diana's dedication to children remains another important part of her legacy. She supported hospitals, schools, and organizations working to improve the lives of young people. She believed that every child deserved care, protection, and opportunities for a better future. After her death, many organizations continued the work she had supported. Her sons, Prince William and Prince Harry, have also carried forward aspects of her humanitarian values by supporting causes related to mental health, vulnerable communities, and social issues. Beyond specific campaigns, Diana left behind a powerful message about empathy. Chapter 27. William and Harry. Carrying forward their mother's mission, the legacy of Princess Diana did not end with her passing. Among the people most deeply influenced by her life and values were her two sons, Prince William and Prince Harry. From their childhood, Diana worked to teach them lessons of kindness, humility, and responsibility, values that would continue shaping their lives as adults. Diana wanted William and Harry to understand the world beyond royal privilege. She believed that growing up as members of the British royal family should not separate them from the experiences of ordinary people. She introduced them to different communities, encouraged them to meet people facing hardship, and taught them the importance of compassion. Prince William, as the elder son and future heir to the throne, carried many of the responsibilities associated with the monarchy. Throughout his public life, he has supported causes connected to mental health, homelessness, conservation, and community support. Many observers have noted the influence of his mother's approach to humanitarian work in his desire to connect personally with people. Prince Harry has also spoken about the powerful impact Diana had on his life. Inspired by her courage and openness, he has supported causes involving veterans, mental health awareness, and vulnerable communities. He has often shared how his mother's example encouraged him to continue helping others. Both brothers have carried memories of Diana into their public roles. They have spoken about her warmth, humor, and dedication to making the world a better place. Her influence can be seen in their efforts to make charitable work more personal and focused on real human experiences. Diana's parenting style was different from many royal traditions of the past. She encouraged her sons to show emotions, understand other people's struggles, and treat everyone with respect. These lessons remained important as William and Harry. Chapter 28. The enduring fashion icon Princess Diana was not only admired for her humanitarian work and compassion. She also became one of the most influential fashion icons of the 20th century. Her style evolved throughout her life, reflecting her confidence, personality, and transformation from a young aristocrat into a global figure. When Diana first entered the public spotlight in the early 1980s, her fashion choices captured worldwide attention. Her youthful appearance, elegant dresses, and graceful presence made her an instant style sensation. The public closely followed her clothing, and every outfit she wore often became a major news story. Diana worked with talented designers who helped create many of her most memorable looks. From glamorous evening gowns worn at royal events to sophisticated suits for official engagements, she developed a style that combined elegance with modern confidence. Her fashion choices often balanced royal tradition with her own personal expression. One of Diana's greatest strengths was her ability to use clothing as a form of communication. She understood that what she wore could send powerful messages. During charity visits and international tours, she often selected outfits that showed respect for the people and cultures she was visiting. Her style was not limited to formal occasions. Diana also became admired for her casual fashion, including sweaters, jeans, blazers, and comfortable everyday clothing. These choices made her appear more relatable and helped create a connection with people around the world. Some of her most famous fashion moments became part of history. The elegant black dress known as the revenge dress, worn in 1994, attracted global attention, while her charitable appearances often featured outfits that reflected confidence and independence during her life after royal duties. Beyond individual outfits, Diana's influence came from the way she wore fashion, with confidence, authenticity, and purpose. Chapter 29. Myths, conspiracies, and facts. The life and death of Princess Diana have inspired countless books, documentaries, discussions, and public debates. Because she was one of the most famous people in the world, many questions and theories have surrounded her story. Separating confirmed facts from rumors has become an important part of understanding her legacy. During Diana's lifetime, media attention often created speculation about her personal life. Stories about her relationships, struggles, and decisions frequently appeared in newspapers, with some reports based on rumors rather than verified information. The intense public interest made it difficult at times to distinguish between fact and speculation. After her death in the Paris car crash on August 31, 1997, numerous conspiracy theories emerged. Some people questioned the circumstances surrounding the accident, leading to widespread discussion and public debate. These theories received significant attention, but official investigations in France and the United Kingdom examined the evidence and concluded that the crash resulted from factors including the driver's condition, vehicle speed, and the pursuit by paparazzi photographers. The investigations included extensive reviews of evidence, witness accounts, and expert analysis. While debates and questions continued among some members of the public, the official findings did not support claims of a planned assassination. Another area of discussion has been Diana's relationship with the media. Some argue that the press played a role in creating the enormous pressure she experienced, while others point out that Diana also understood how media attention could help promote her humanitarian causes. Her relationship with the media was complex, both powerful and challenging. Beyond the controversies, the most important facts about Diana's life remain clear. She was a mother, a humanitarian, and a public figure who used her position to support important causes. Chapter 30. Why Princess Diana Still Matters More Than 2 Decades After Her Passing. Princess Diana remains one of the most remembered and influential figures of the modern era. Her story continues to inspire people around the world because it was not only a story about royalty. It was a story about humanity, compassion, and the power of using one's voice to help others. Diana's greatest impact came from her ability to connect with people. She did not simply appear at charity events or official ceremonies. She listened, embraced, and showed genuine concern for those facing difficult circumstances. Whether visiting hospitals, supporting children, or standing with communities affected by crisis, she reminded the world that kindness could create meaningful change. Her humanitarian work transformed public conversations about important issues. By openly supporting people living with HIV/AIDS, she challenged fear and misunderstanding. Through her campaign against landmines, she highlighted the suffering of innocent victims of war. Through her work with children and families, she showed that every person deserved dignity and care. Diana also changed the image of modern public service. She demonstrated that leadership was not only about titles, power, or tradition. It was about empathy and action. Her approach influenced how many public figures and members of the royal family engage with communities today. Her life also carried important lessons about fame and personal struggles. Behind the photographs and public admiration was a woman who faced pressure, criticism, and emotional challenges. Her willingness to speak honestly about difficulties helped many people feel less alone and encouraged greater openness about personal struggles. For millions, Diana was more than a princess. She was a symbol of hope, compassion, and courage. The name the People's Princess became a reflection of the special connection she created with ordinary people around the world.